have been in spring cleaning mode, haven't we?
Yep.
We've been cleaning up everywhere. Inside the house, our yurt, and outside on the farm. And recently, we did a vlog, our last vlog, previously on Big Pond Farm, we did Muscle versus Laundry, the sequel. We cleaned up all around the yurt. And if you want to see that vlog, make sure you click right up here somewhere and you can watch that vlog. Because that vlog was the sequel to the original Muscle versus Laundry vlog that we did about a year ago. And you can find that link right up here somewhere too. For some time now, I have been really wanting to clean up our pump house. And the pump house is a building that we have on the property that is over our pump that pumps from the well that we get our water from. Yes, it is our water source here on the farm. And recently, we did that. We cleaned up that building because in that building, we also use it for storage, and it was so messy that we couldn't even really move around in there at all. And we had just a lot of junk and things that we just really needed to get rid of. So, here recently, we cleaned it up, didn't we?
Yep.
We started by just taking a lot of the items out of the building so we can sort it out and begin cleaning. While Selah and I were working on moving items out of the pump house, Micah was playing in the pack and play, and Josiah was working on gathering up the recyclables to take to the recycling center. So after Selah and I swept up the dust, the dirt, the trash, and just debris, we took load after another load to the dumpster. After we cleaned the pump house, it was so nice to be able to walk in there with it being clean and organized. Josiah even did a happy dance here. And another reason we cleaned up the pump house is because we're expecting something. And what are we expecting?
Chicks and ducklings!
Yes, we have some ducklings that are coming in the mail. So we're going to do a video on that, so make sure you stay tuned for that. It'll be next week. How exciting, right? But our spring cleaning around the farm didn't stop there. Just yesterday, we worked on cleaning up some areas in the market garden. Yes, there were 2 areas that have been really messy that we really needed to just tidy up even more. One of those areas was along the backside of the garden. I had a drip tape there, I had old hoses, a dump cart, and just random stuff. And one of those random items was an old chicken coop roof, old metal roof. So we started with that. But before I moved it, I carefully looked under it. The reason why is, here recently we've been seeing snakes come out, right?
Yep.
So I was really careful to make sure that there wasn't a snake under there. Next, I moved out the dump cart, other random items, and the old hoses that were in the area. But you know what? I was even more careful moving the hoses because they actually looked like snakes.
Yeah.
Because after I discovered they weren't snakes, after I checked it and moved them, I would bring them over to Selah and Josiah, and they would stack them in another area that we're going to use to store them.
Yep.
But they did look like snakes sometimes in the grass. Yeah, they look like big black snakes. After I cleared that area out, Josiah took the magnet just to pick up any scrap metal that may have been there, so that way I could mow without having to shoot metal at people. That wouldn't be good, would it? Nope. So after he did that, I mowed that grass in the area. As I was finished mowing, Selah saw something.
A snake!
Yep, it was actually a real snake. So our timidness was actually somewhat correct because she found a real snake.
Yep.
But no harm, it wasn't a harmful snake. It was a black snake.
Yep, a small one.
It even slithered up under the tiller. But it was safe, we left it alone. There's no need to be afraid of black snakes. They are perfectly harmless. And we actually love having them around the farm because they help keep out other critters. So after watching the snake for a little bit, I went back to work. And I set up some blocks in the area that we're gonna use for storage to move our pallet bins. Some of our longtime viewers may remember one of our first vlogs that we did was Selah and I setting up and cleaning up this area last year. We were setting up pallet bins, and in those pallet bins we stored our fencing and our various items that we had for storage because it was pretty messy before. And it may not look like it, but it was tidy. And just after about a year or so, it's gotten kind of messy again, and we wanted to rearrange some things on the farm. So we unloaded those pallet bins, set them up in the area along the back side of the garden that we just cleaned up. So I moved pallet bin after pallet bin after pallet bin and set them up in the area along the back side of the garden that we just cleaned up. And then we reloaded our fence post, our fencing, and then I had an interesting encounter with the drip hose. Let's just say the drip hose wanted to become one with me. And here I even think it tried to put me in the pallet bin with it. Lastly, we put up the bags, the totes that we use to put our plastic in that are for our lobe tunnels and our caterpillar tunnels. Put those in, but one bag was pretty heavy. Why was that bag heavy?
Because Josiah was in it.
Yes, Josiah was in there. Well, I must say, things are cleaner around here, aren't they?
Yep.
It is my goal this year for the farm to be cleaner, more aesthetically pleasing, more organized, more efficient, and just better. Each year to make things better than they were the previous year. And speaking of farms, our friends, the Rhodes, have recently completed the Great American Farm Tour, and they did a featured film based on that. So make sure you get your copy. There's information in the show notes below. Make sure you get your copy down there. Well, I think I'm still in the cleaning mode. I'm gonna go clean something else. We'll see you later.
Well, that is it for this vlog. We will see you next time.
The chairs are on the table. The floor has been swept. It's closing time and I'm a little tired. It's a long time since I've slept. I'm moving forward, I'm ready to move on, heading for a brand new start at the break of dawn. Here I come, you better watch out, you better beware, the rumor is out, nothing can stop me, I'm going for gold, I'm out of the dark, I'm out of the cold.